Hello, my name is July Angelo Ilejo, and in this video, I'm going to discuss the highlights or important topics in two tutorial videos included in module number 8. So first is the outline, CPU architecture history, bug aside, CPU history, computing abstraction layers, instruction set architecture, fundamentals of CPU design, front end, and back end. First is the central processing unit or the CPU. The central processing unit is a microprocessor that controls the execution of a program instructions. It is considered as the brain of a computer. Next, the CPU architecture history. In the year 1945, the birth of digital computing arose. ENIAC, or the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, was the first programmable electronic general-purpose digital computer completed in the year 1945. There were other computers that had these features, but the ENIAC had all of these in one package. Bug aside. Bug. It is a term used in error and programming and was used in an account by the famous computer pioneer Grace Hopper in the year 1946. CPU history. John von Neumann. John von Neumann popularized a new kind of computer architecture that simplified computer design and programming. He also patented the von Neumann architecture, or it consists of a single shared memory for programs and data, a single bus for memory and arithmetic unit and program control unit. Gordon Moore. Moore predicted that the numerical number of transistors that would fit on a computer chip would double every year. He also the author of Moore's Law. Next is Robert Noyce. Noyce invented integrated circuit or monolithic integrated circuit, a set of electronic circuits on one small flat piece of a semiconductor, and invented it in the year 1959. In 1968, Moore and Noyce teamed up, then founded Intel, or the Integrated Electronics. Then, in 1971, Intel 404 was invented. It is a first single chip. Then, Intel 8080, a second 8-bit microprocessors released in the year 1974. And the Intel 8086, a 16-bit microprocessor, and it was released in the year 1978, and it's still used up to now in embedded systems. Computing abstraction layers. A generalization of a conceptual model of algorithm away from any specific implementation. These generalizations arise from broad similarities that are best encapsulated by models that express similarities present in various specific implementations. Instruction set architecture, or the ISA. In computer science, an instruction set architecture, also called a computer architecture, is an abstract model of computer, a device that executes instructions described by ISA, such as central processing unit, is called an implementation. Fundamentals of CPU design. The part of the video went over some of the fundamentals of CPU design, such as the von Neumann cycle of fetch, decode, execute, write back, and how the depth of a pipeline is determined by the number of stages those basic functions are broken down into, as well as how speculation is used to improve the CPU performance by trying to guess where code is going in order to avoid wait times. Then last, the front end and back end. The CPU front end is where the CPU guesses what instructions are required next, acquires them, and decodes them into micro-operation, or what we so call the UOPs. Then proceed from the front end to the back end which takes the decoded UOPs and assign them to tasks using superscalar and out-of-order execution.